What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with another video on the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture based content that we try to deliver on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below. Are you happy with what Marvel intends to do to fix all the major problems they've made for themselves in Phase 4? And what are you most looking forward to in Phase 5 and 6? And if you could, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And also check us out on Twitter or WarstuG. So Disney has been in disarray. It is hemorrhaging money. I get it. I really do get it. But the subscribers of Disney Plus keep going up. But Disney Plus is losing money. Bob Chapek recently got fired. And everyone seems to think Bob Iger's coming in to save the day. Bob Chapek didn't actually do anything. All the projects in Phase 4 were set up during Iger's reign. Yes, Kevin Feige is in charge of the Marvel Studios side, but he has to appease the shareholder, the people that actually invest money in these projects. So yeah, he does have full reign, but he still has to appease to whatever the CEO of Disney wants and whatever the CEO of Disney says. So everyone putting the blame on Chapek and everyone's saying that Iger coming back is going to change the game. Do we not remember how bad Star Wars got under Bob Iger's reign? Think about that. Think about that. The biggest thing Chapek did, he lost $9 billion and he hid it. That's pretty much why he got fired. So it's fair to say Marvel Phase 4 was very disappointing for literally everyone. But Marvel, Kevin Feige, they're going to be making changes behind the scene. Anyone can look into what happened in Phase 4. There was so many projects in Phase 4 that just didn't make sense. Throwing out any rubbish on Disney Plus for the sake of throwing it out. Marvel's known for having great storytelling, great connective, story-driven movies that are built up that it almost feels like one movie. Everything is connected. How Civil War connected to every other Avengers movie. Everything felt connected. But everything in Phase 4 felt disconnected. I mean, realistically for me, there wasn't any good projects in Phase 4. Sure, don't get me wrong. Into the Multiverse of Madness was fun. Loki was fun. WandaVision was fun. But realistically, there was no serious tone. There was no connectivity. Yeah, I get it. They had to introduce all these new characters. But did they really have to introduce all these characters so fast? So Marvel internally, they're in disarray. They threw out so much bad content that even people were questioning whether they should still watch Marvel. I do address the comments. I do look at the comments of my videos, and a lot of people have given up with Marvel after Marvel Infinity War and after Endgame because they just didn't see the point. After No Way Home, people have pretty much switched out, and yeah, No Way Home was good, but it was pretty much nostalgia. So Kevin Feige will be making changes going forward. So there is a report on the Cosmic Circus, respectable website, that says Disney restructuring and how it affects Marvel Studios. According to a Deadline report, Disney will face organizational and operational changes within the company to address board goals. Whilst their plans are in early stages, changes in their structure and operations, including with the DMET, and including possibly the distribution approach and business, a distribution platform selective, the honest distribution of content. So yeah, basically what does that mean? They're throwing out the rubbish. So Marvel Studios and the problem with oversaturation. I don't believe we're in the oversaturation world of superhero genre. Just look at The Boys. Just look at it. It's great. There is so many cool projects like that. Just look at Invincible, Amazon Prime. It's not oversaturated. Keep churning out the same kind of content is. Marvel Studios' success back when it was developing and rolling out the Infinity Saga, partly due to the way that Marvel paced itself with its releases. In the span of 11 years, they released 23 films that explored the MCU with the Infinity Saga. In comparison, Phase 4 had 19 projects alone, one after another, over the span of 2 years. 8 Disney Plus series, 7 theatrical releases, 2 Disney Plus specials, and the I Am Groot shorts. Interesting. The great overflow of projects that branched out as a series of other issues with how Marvel has handled Phase 4. First and foremost, a significant part of the audience felt there is an oversaturated Marvel currently. Yep, I get it. They've introduced recently characters that aren't really well known in the comic. I mean well known, I mean like earlier than like 50 years or so. And that is a problem. Like most people had no idea who She-Hulk is. Didn't really care for Miss Marvel and all these characters because they introduced them in a way that didn't really feel connective. Although, yes, Miss Marvel will connect and She-Hulk will connect long-term. The short-term plan didn't show the casual because Marvel, the MCU, it's for casual fans. The casual makes the market in everything. The video game market, theaters, music. A casual fan makes more money than a diehard fan. Not having a rest period between projects makes it hard for fans to keep up with the saga, and interest in future projects began to grow stale. This is likely due to not allowing fans to garner enough anticipation towards the next up-and-coming project. And this is not due to cameos and there's not a big team up. It's because there's no emotional attachment. No one cares. The original Avengers are pretty much all dead. No, people stopped caring. Like, you want them to care about the new Captain America? Give them a reason. You want them to care about, a Yolanda essentially being the next Black Widow? Give the audience, give the casual fans a reason and give it time. Just too much. I mean, to be honest, I just stopped watching She-Hulk and I haven't watched a bunch of Marvel stuff because, quite frankly, if it doesn't connect, you don't need to watch it all. There's also the issue of quality control. Having too many projects released at once spreads the production workforce thin. Ultimately, it's led to issues with quality of the final product, which have resonated in Phase 4 as of late. There have been issues with editing, pacing, scripts, stories, problems with visual effects, several projects. All of these issues are more a result of the larger problem involving increased releases, because there's only certain amount of studio houses that can work on VFX, that can edit stuff and can work on the final project. It's cool. It really is cool. Saying, yo, we got Captain America New World Order coming out. We got Thunderbolts. We've got Secret Invasion, we've got the Marvels, we've got Ironheart, we've got all these things, but you don't really give us anything to care about. They need pacing. Most Marvel fans would be happy with 3 movies a year, maybe one. I mean, I think they should get rid of the Disney Plus series. Give it a special presentation. That's all it needs to do, realistically. The Falcon Winter Soldier should have just been a movie. This is why the Armor Wars series is now being turned into a movie. Most people think it's to get Robert Downey Jr. back. No, because it would be much better just telling it as a movie or a special presentation. It really would. This has led to fears that Phase 5 and Phase 6 are headed in the same direction as Phase 4. And as we know, we're building up to Kang's Dynasty and Secret Wars. The next 2 Avengers movies have to bang. Secret Wars is one of the biggest comic book stories ever. But at the moment, there's no connectivity. No one cares. The quality's gone down. There's even people saying, allegedly on Reddit, that Marvel is underpaying VFX houses because it's like, you do it or you don't. And this is all under the eye of Kevin Feige. Everyone seems to think Kevin Feige is going to come in and save the day. But Kevin Feige's been present during all of this. He didn't take a 2-year holiday. He was present. He knew about all of this. Sure, you can't put the blame on him because he oversees everything, but he oversees everything before it goes out. It isn't hard to fix this problem. Quality over quantity. Just get back to quality, story-driven stories that make sense, that people actually care about. And these will do dividends. You just got to look at the numbers. And then you look at all the box office numbers. Box office theatrical releases make more money, way more money than anything will ever make on Disney Plus. Disney Plus is hemorrhaging money. I mean, yeah, Black Panther 2 just broke $700 million. Not very good because it's got very high production costs. Thor Love and Thunder lost money. Shang-Chi barely broke even. Eternals barely broke even. So many projects during this phase barely broke even. It is ridiculous. Spider-Man No Way Home made a lot of money, but that's a Sony movie. Multiverse Madness actually did make money. So it's really easy to fix this. Therefore, as a preventative measure to ensure quality control, Marvel and Disney are now reevaluating future releases moving forward. They are interested in pushing a quality over quantity approach to these phases as a way to address the issue some audience have with Phase 4. Pretty much 90% of the audience have this issue because there is no quality. And this is not me hating. One possible move by Disney would be to develop a sort of creative oversight on Marvel Studios' future releases as a way of establishing more quality control moving forward. We've also heard that the idea of special presentations has been given more transition as a distribution method for more potential movie projects moving forward. Yeah, just get rid of these series that aren't needed. Like seriously, this is really not hard to fix. From what we've been told here at the Cosmic Circus, projects are already in post-production are still set for release at this time, and the main focus of the reevaluation will be on projects still in pre-production stages. We've also been told by a source to expect shifts in release schedules for some project, changes in media format for others, and in the most extreme and unlikely of cases, a postponement of outright cancellation of a project that would not suit towards the overall storytelling of the multiversal saga. We may know more regarding the status of Marvel Studios moving forward and future projects in the coming months. We'll keep you updated. So essentially, this article doesn't really say anything that anyone couldn't have predicted or guessed themselves. That pretty much Marvel's just been throwing anything out. They've been throwing anything out. So what essentially Marvel did before we got to Phase 4 was they had household names. Yeah, sure. I mean, I know a lot of people would disagree with this. Robert Downey Jr., people like Chris Evans, people like Chris Hemsworth, they were not household names. They made them household names. So what is Marvel doing now? We are seeing people like Ryan Gosling being linked with Sentry, Marvel's Superman. Harrison Ford is allegedly playing Red Hulk in the Thunderbolts, and he's going to have a huge part. They're trying to bring in big names. You know, there's not many punching power in Hollywood anymore. You know, names that people will go to watch just because they're in it. But that's what Marvel is doing going forward. Bringing in huge names, making everything connect. Because let's be honest, if we're going to have Avengers 5 and 6, there's going to have to be a new Avengers team, which we went over in a previous video, and you're going to have to care for them. So all you have to do is whoever's going to be in the next Avengers 5 and 6, bring some of the old people back if they can. Thor is more than welcome to be there, sure. The new Captain America, all the new characters they've introduced them, just blend them in with the other characters that were already there. Spider-Man is going to be pinnacle. Now, we know the Spider-Man deal is pretty much sealed, according to everyone. Spider-Man will be a massive connective tissue going forward in Phase 5 and 6. According to scoopers and sources, allegedly he's got a 6-picture deal. Spider-Man 4 is in advanced pre-production, whatever that means. It means they're going to try and get it out before Avengers 5 Kang's Dynasty, which would make a lot of sense. Obviously, his contract would have another trilogy, so that presume would be 3 movies there. Avengers 5 and 6, that makes it 5. And then allegedly, they're trying to get him to be in some capacity in the Daredevil series, which is neither here or there. But Spider-Man is very important because he's been there since Homecoming, Civil War, really. He's been there for a very long time. And using Spider-Man, although everyone's forgot who he is, allegedly, according to The Spell, is that still going to be canon? It is, like I said, whoever they're bringing in, they need to mold them with Marvel MCU characters, Avengers, who were always there, like Ant-Man, these kind of things. It's really easy. A general YouTuber could literally post a video and tell you how Marvel can fix their big problems. Stop making content that no one cares for. That's it, pretty much. I mean, I'm very much looking forward to Captain America 4 and Thunderbolt. Them 2 movies could be pretty cool. They could be. But execution is execution. Kevin Feige is the maestro. But don't think because Bob Iger's coming back, this is the reason why they're internally looking at stuff. No, Marvel's been aware of this for a very long time. That's why they trolled themselves during She-Hulk. Interesting. And then you bring the likes of World War Hulk. Hulk's rights are still at Universal for another 2 years, so they can't use them for another 2 years in a solo movie. But World War Hulk will be coming at some point, and people want that. They really want that. You have the likes of Neymar. I mean, I don't think the MCU version of Neymar is very good, but some people liked him in Black Panther 2. That's cool if you did. I'm not a massive fan. Introduce the likes of Nova. There's supposed to be a special presentation for Nova. People have wanted Nova for the longest time. It's not hard. There is so much cool stuff coming. Galactus, Doctor Doom, Warstu, Fantastic Four, X-Men. All these kind of stuff will be coming. Marvel just needs to slow down with green lighting every single thing to a Disney Plus series. These Disney Plus series need to add to the overall story for the MCU, for the multiverse saga. Yeah, sure, everything doesn't have to connect, but it's Marvel, so everything does have to connect in a roundabout way. So I'm very much looking forward to the future of the MCU. Because as I said in yesterday's video, from Ant-Man 3 going forward into Guardians of the Galaxy 3, we're going to get serious tones. There's going to be death. There's going to be consequences. There's going to be freaking carnage. There's going to be a council of Kangs, maybe. There is so much coming. Just, guys, stick with Marvel. And you'll see your boy Kevin Feige is going to sort it all out. I've heard from him personally. He's told me he's going to sort it out. He's going to introduce all these new characters, but it needs to be in a meaningful way. They need to bring, getting Ryan Gosling to play Sentry, that's a rumor going around. Harrison Ford, he's literally a Don. Mr. Indiana Jones, Mr. Star Wars, that will be cool. People will go watch whatever he's attached to, Thunderbolts. He's supposed to be in Captain America 4 as well. The future of Marvel is actually looking great. We've just got to get to Ant-Man 3, and then a lot of people will see what I'm on about, that the future is actually looking great. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram, @Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, @WarstuG. And I'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.